Hello everyone, welcome back to the Megawatt Home Renovation and Electric channel on YouTube. My name is Trevor and this is Matt. He is the CEO of Megawatt Home Renovations and Electric, and today we're going to be talking about what you should know about change orders. Change orders. They happen on every job.
They do.
I think they're kind of important, but there's something that you guys should know about it. And we're going to talk about all that stuff concerning change orders today. We're going to start off with a quote from Anthony Robbins, good old Tony.
Tony.
Every problem is a gift. Without problems, we wouldn't grow. Kind of true. I mean, nobody likes having problems, but they're a part of life.
They are definitely a part of life.
Kind of like change orders are a part of construction.
Yep.
All right. Here's a stat for you from Canadian Home Builders Association. The residential construction industry is the largest single wealth builder for most families and provides $138 billion in economic investment. The value of economic investment declined slightly year over year by 1% in 2020. I wonder why that was. Weird, right?
Yeah.
2020, the year. Okay, man. So let's talk a little bit about change orders. What's been your experience in the past?
Like you said, change orders kind of inevitable in construction because you can't really always think about everything that needed to go into the project, and the customer sometimes changes their mind halfway through to go, well, actually, I would like it this way instead of that way. So that's when change orders come in, because when you change the job, then there's more work and more estimation that needs to go into figuring out that job. So extra costs.
All right, Matt, first question is, what is a change order?
So a change order is really anything in a construction project that wasn't thought out in the initial process, quote or estimate, or it could even be all the way down to the color of a paint, because paints do change amounts of money. So yeah, a change order is literally what it sounds like. A change, and you order it to happen, but with a change order there's costs.
There is cost involved in change orders. Now, how many times have you been bitten by not having a change order procedure in place?
Lots. I tried very hard not to, and well, they don't sell experience, but man, is it really expensive. So this is why change orders have come to Megawatt as part of our package. So as soon as we give you an estimate or a quote, anything after that becomes a change order, and the project is stopped until the change order is filled out, signed, and paid for at that moment, because it's an extra, so it can't just be added on to the extra at the end. We would like to do that, but learned that too, that sometimes the wants outweigh the money in the pocket all the way until the end of the project too. So
yeah, well said. So Matt, can you tell us what a proper change order procedure would look like in a home renovation project?
yeah, absolutely. So it would be a consultation with myself or your general contractor to discuss what the idea is, the practicality behind it, and the costs behind it. And then we'll go through a dated, addressed, name, exactly what we're going to do, the cost of the project that's being added, and then adding it into the total cost of the project. But then, like I said prior, we like the change orders to be paid up front, because if you want that job done kind of in the middle, it needs to be paid for in the middle, not at the end, but when you want it. It just makes everything flow way easier at the end when the final billing comes in.
Yeah, so that you don't have that, surprise at the end, an extra, $2, $3, $4 grand or $5 grand or whatever it is for the change. It's better to take care of it right away so that you're not in trouble, and neither is your contractor.
Yeah.
Right? Then you get into liens and
yeah, it's not a
bad
pretty
things.
thing.
Not good. All right. Now, do you usually have a change order signed and authorized, or how do you normally do that?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like any legal document. It's just for my protection and yours to say, hey, look, his signature's on here, your signature's on here. We both acknowledge that this is what we both said, and then I print off a copy for you, and I print off a copy for myself, or I keep the original in your file, so that at any moment you can say, hey, where was this charge, or why was this charged, and I can show you that you actually did authorize it. So
yeah, good. So how do change orders protect the contractor and the homeowner?
So they say the contractor, the headache of having to go, well, you said, and then it becomes my word versus yours. Well, in the world of the contractor's always trying to get a little bit more money out of you, right? And that's the big no-no for me. It's literally just to show you, these are what you've wanted. And by stopping the project and getting them to sign every time, it really makes them like, I don't have to ask them that at the end, or they don't ask me what these extra charges are, because I've stopped it. They've felt like, oh, the project is actually stopped until this stuff is signed. So it protects the homeowner with the same regards as, hey, you said that you were going to do it for this price, and now it's this price, but we have a signed contract. So it works both ways. It keeps me accountable, but it also keeps the homeowner accountable for all of their dreaming and wishing.
I would really like to have that.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you got the money, we can do it.
100%.
The answer is always yes. Sign here. Okay. Next question is, what can a contractor do to ensure that he'll be paid the agreed upon change order invoices?
Yep. And I'll say it again. Project stops, change order is signed, and the amount of that change order is paid instantly. It's not a at the end kind of thing, because I've been bitten by it and I don't like that. And it's if you're bold enough to ask it in the middle of the project, it should be no problem for you to pay for it in the middle of the project when you want it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Makes sense, but always verify everything. Trust but verify.
Yes.
And if you have cash in hand, then it really helps. Now, besides the cost of labor, what other considerations do the homeowners need to be prepared for?
So with like all of our trying times right now of getting materials, sometimes the material that you wanted and that your contractor said that you could get, well, it just so happens that it's going to be 12 weeks. So do you want to wait the 12 weeks, or which will hold up your entire project, or do you want to go with a little bit more of an expensive material? So those are change orders. Those are the things where you say, yes, I'll slow the project down by 12 weeks. Okay, here's your signature. There's a change order saying that the homeowner is aware of it, and it's all due to this one material. And then same with on the other way is it's just so that they know that there's costs attributed to both decisions, waiting for that material to save the money, or going and stepping up just to get that material so that the project can kind of move along. So it's really the quality, the availability, the locality of it. If it's local, it might cost a little bit more, but you know that it's a locally sourced product, kind of like myself. So
Locally sourced product.
locally sourced product, homegrown.
Next question is, how can we avoid change orders?
They are hard to avoid, but in the best case scenarios, it's really being thorough and having the proper contractors come in with their estimates. Getting multiple estimates from multiple contractors is not a bad thing. Even if it's your best friend that says, hey, I'm starting a company, get three. And don't always choose the most expensive. Don't choose the cheapest. Choose the guy that you have or lady that you have the best feelings with, and that kind of sits within your budget. That's the best way to not get a change order, is just hire the proper people to be thorough in your project.
All right, now the next question is, why should homeowners try and avoid change orders during a renovation project?
So a lot of contractors, unlike myself, won't stop the project halfway through and make sure that everything is handled right then and there. So you try to avoid it because not everybody stops the project. And then at the end of the project, you're handed 20 change orders, and it just hits you a whole different way when you're not expecting that extra $15,000 at the end. But you knew how through the entire project when you were making change orders that, hey, I'm keeping account for this. So if you can stay away from change orders as much as you can, but just know that like that's the proper way, is just stop the project, get it paid, and then move forward.
Awesome. Well, with that, I guess the only remaining question is, how does somebody get started with Megawatt?
Honestly, it's you can visit me at megawattpro.com, 780-233-2040. You'll get this shining face. And yeah, it's just reach out, look at the Google reviews. I'm proven to have a good track record, and yeah, give me a shout. I'll be the one that comes out and takes a look at your project.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Matt. And thank you for joining us on this video, and we will see you in the next one.
Have a great day, guys.